Let's get this started here. Almost at 100 stored vials, that's good. And now let's see if we are live. Looks like we are. Do we have audio? We do indeed. So, hello, people of the internet. It is I, Soulrack Dragon, here, back with more Bloodborne, where it is indeed cost time. I've been farming up some blood vials a little bit. A little bit of testing proved that this is the most effective method. I can get 11 blood vials as a default, potentially more if these guys drop some, and I can get a little bit more even still if I get multiple gem drops, because each of these bolt gems is worth around 600 echoes. But yeah, I've just been doing that for a little bit. Nothing much else. Getting ready for stream and getting ready to get my butt handed to me probably a number of times by Koss. Or some say, Kossum. I kind of wish I had a little bit stronger in Rakuyo, but that would require better blood gems at this point, and unfortunately, I don't really know where to get better gems. I did try and fight these things with a full bolt damp gem setup, and that did not go too well. I was doing like 40 damage a hit. Maybe these guys just have a high lightning res, but yeah. Still, I've got some good bolt damp gems on, just in case I do find the need for an electric build, you know? I don't know why I would, but it's something I could do. And maybe I'll give Koss a try with the full electric build, just to see how we do. And in fact, you know what? I've got 100 vials stored now. 108 to be specific. Thank you, Haas00312, for the follow. It is greatly appreciated, and welcome to the stream. But yeah, you know what? For giggles, at this point, I'm gonna see how this setup goes. Yeah, both of these are pretty much the best bolt damp gems. It's not much, but hey, it's something. And yeah, let's just see how this goes, you know? It's not like it's gonna hurt it or anything. I've got plenty of vials to spare. We can sell those extra lesser bolt damp gems that only give plus 18 and 19. We got a lot of these curved ones, but sadly, they wouldn't be that great because they're, and in fact, at full HP, I'm not at full HP often enough to really justify holding on to those. Now, see, if I had a if Rakuyo had a curved slot, I could definitely get higher bolt, but yeah, sadly, not really. Or else I don't need that one. I'll hold on to those for now, I guess. Yep. Okay. Enough selling, enough dilly-dallying. Let's go ahead and try and see how much damage we don't do to Koss with the full lightning, or rather, bolt gem setup here, because, you know, I kind of just want to see at this point. I kind of just want to see how we do. After all, you know, insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If you try something new and expect a different result, then, you know, we're not as insane. But yeah, you know, this is also for giggles, just so I can get a familiarizing of Koss's attack patterns, rather the Orphan's attack patterns. I gotta remember, Koss is the dead one at the end of the beach. The Orphan is the one I'm fighting. I would rename the stream Orphan Time, but I feel like that's not a very wise idea. Yeah, not good damage. That is not good damage. Whoops. So Bolt is not the way to go against Koss, it seems. Bolt is not the way to go. Also, I definitely need to turn down my frickin' headphones. because that screeching is loud in my ears. Alright, really quickly, let's respec back to the other ones. The other gems, the other gems. Alright. I really should get rid of this one as well. We don't use blunt, so it's nowhere near as good. But I mean, it's such a big gem, I kind of don't want to, but it is also, yeah, I could also probably get rid of the cursed one, but there's no real point in doing it now. This is the cost fight stream, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to finish him, you know? But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? We will very likely be at this for the whole stream because the Orphan of Kos is a beast. Definitely one of the toughest of all the From game bosses, from what I understand, so I expect we'll be here for a while. I do so expect. Oh, Patronum. Alright. Game face time. Thank you for that opening, Kos. Dang it! Hey, Akabara! Welcome, welcome. It has been a while, man. How have things been? How have things been? And I can indeed play the game. I'm not that pathetic at it. I've gotten him to the second phase a fair few times, you know, but he's the toughest guy, so. Indeed, you have impeccable timing as always. As always, your timing is impeccable. Terrible? Oh no, that's not good. If you don't mind answering, I'd like to know why it's so terrible. You know, if you ever have the need to vent. I know, you've beaten the game in like a day. You know, we can't all be pro gamers like you, man. We can't all be blessed by a Stolfo and be absolute chads like you. Damn. Fair enough. Fair enough. Life's been a little bit on the rougher side for me. Work's just being a continuous stream of heck and heck and heck. I can say hell. This is Bloodborne. It's been a stream of hell, hell, hell. Just been gaining people, then losing people, people taking long vacations, losing people. Tomorrow, I get to deal... Why did I go this way? I get to deal with almost 70 patients with no one else helping me. I'm probably not going to be streaming tomorrow. I'm probably going to come home and eat dinner and then collapse and probably just be completely and utterly exhausted for the remainder of the day. I am losing my marbles. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be a fun day for me. Dark Souls 2 best Souls game? Yeah, Dark Souls 2 is pretty fun, I will admit. Dark Souls 2 is pretty good. Really, nothing has changed. As far as from keeping up with the news, there's been very little Delta variant around where I work/live. Plus, my state hasn't really announced any more lockdowns or anything like that, so nothing's changed there, but who knows how things will be a week from now at this point, you know? Especially with all the rumblings of the Lambda variant that are supposedly going around, but, you know, everybody knows Lambda is just an ice celebrity Leviathan goddess that I have NP5 of, because thank God Almighty for that. But yeah, the Delta strain really not affecting my workflow at all. Thankfully. Damn it. I was hoping to get the back stabby boy. Ow. Crud, I forgot how good his tracking is. Okay, this is a heal. Oh, you threw it at me that time. I get you, Cass. I get you, Orphan. And yes, I do remember you being able to see the future. What has you seen in the future? Am I going to win the lottery and be able to do a massive giveaway on Twitch because of it? Ow. Yes, okay. The angles for these backstabs are getting tricky. Yes, okay. Yay! Winning Mashu's heart is a lifelong goal of mine. Crush! I was hoping I would be able to stop him. Okay, now it's time for full focus. Ow. Because if I do not focus, I will die. Oh! Let's get out of the corner. Nope. Even though the Orphan of Kos is a baby, do not put baby in a corner. It does not turn out well. Okay, so in a second phase, he clearly can't be backstabbed. That's lovely. That is lovely to see. I need a drink. But I do think that is the longest I've survived in Phase 2. You know, so hey, progress. That's the name of the game, is progress. Oh, stretch, stretch, stretch. By the way, obvious question is obvious answer, but do you plan on going for Saber Astolfo this coming Christmas? It is this Christmas, right? I feel fairly confident it is, but we all know my memory is like that of a goldfish sometimes, so... excuse me, I have a crown and knight's armor, as I plan on trying to trawl through the dungeons to get the engagement ring so I can become engaged to Queen Annalise in the Bloodborne lore. As everybody knows, it's super romantic when the knight turns into, or ends up winning the queen's heart. You're gonna go for another NP5 on NA. As expected of the Astolfo expert in all of North America. I doubt anybody knows as much about Astolfo as you do, Akabara. Heal. Heck, you should have been the voice for Astolfo in Fate Apocrypha. You know? They miss out on not casting you in that role. Shit. Super shit. Thank you for dropping the lock-on reticule costs, Orphan. You know what? Maybe when the Solomon Singularity gets dubbed, if Astolfo has a part, maybe you can convince them to allow you to take your rightful place as his voice. Oh, the backswing! The frickin' backswing! Oh, this is gonna be tough. Like in the phase, I'm very clearly keeping up with him in phase 1, but phase 2 is just... He's hitting so much harder and faster. And of course, I need to play with lock-on. Everybody knows I'm a nubby nub. You never know. I mean, think of this. If the Solomon movie is a big hit, maybe they'll adopt all the epics of Remnant, which will mean Agartha, which will mean more Astolfo, and Dion. You know? Who knows? Maybe the Solomon anime movie is the gateway to all of the remaining Fate stuff being made into shows. They'll start with the epics of Remnant, and then there'll be seasonal Christmas event, and the summer events will eventually get made into anime. Okay, how am I missing when I'm literally standing on his behind? Crunch! No, I don't think he is, man. I don't think he is. You gotta just hold on to it in your heart. Hold out for the hope and the dream that will come true. As an old... I'm not really sure how... Actually, it is older than I think. Because I remember Full House used the song. But I only watched Full House after I... like, in my teens, at which point I'd heard the song originally from back in the old days when Disney's people, you know, were a thing. But the song, "A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes," man. You just gotta believe in your dreams, and someday the dream that you wish will come true. I might be older than Pokemon. I'm pretty sure I actually am older than Pokemon, but only by, like, a couple years. You know? Doesn't recognize his yo-yo. I don't know how I got the backstab. I do not know if I'm old enough for that. Oh god, the mutual hit is what kept me alive. Oh, you frickin' AoE exploding sack of flesh? Question mark? I really don't know how to describe that thing. And now I'm gonna Google the Battle of Stalingrad. Battle of Stalingrad. No. I'm not that old. I'm not old enough to remember the Battle of Stalingrad. In fact, my grandmother, may God rest her soul, was also not old enough to remember the Battle of Stalingrad. I think. Pretty sure she wasn't. Pretty sure. She might have been. She might have been. All I remember... I don't know the exact year of her birth. I just know that she shared... that the day of her birth, like, month and day is the same day that Pearl Harbor was bombed. Ow. Dude, I have not taken a history class in probably close to a decade. And most of the history that I was focused on at the time was actually Egyptian history, because I really was a big Yu-Gi-Oh nerd when I was younger. And Yu-Gi-Oh got me really interested in ancient Egyptian mythology and stuff. I know if... Oh, you son of a biscuit. What the... What the hell was that? How did his exploding thing force me forwards? That makes no sense. But I know a fair bit about medical history. I know that that most surgeries performed were amputations originally. And I also know, I don't remember the exact details, but there was once a surgery with like a 300% death rate. Because the surgeon killed the patient because he was sawing off something with a limb. The saw slipped and cut an artery on one of his assistant's arms, causing them to bleed out. And then the gore shocked one of the attenders, because this is when surgical audiences were still a thing, that they had a heart attack, and they died. 300% mortality on a surgery. That is a feat that will likely not be accomplished again anytime soon. Oh, you bitch, Koss, Orphan. And I kind of doubt that you have more Yu-Gi-Oh cards than me. I probably guarantee I have more than you. Just saying. Just saying. Got a few thousand, probably. Just a couple thousand, I'm sure. But I can safely say I've never pulled a $700 card. I can safely say that. So you've got me beat there. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's possible to intentionally get a 700% mortality rate if you did it intentionally, but an accidental surgical 700% mortality rate, that'd be much tougher. I honestly have no idea of the exact number of cards I have. Circle button. Thank you for the dodge, circle button. It was IP Masquerada. IP Masquerada. I can't say that card rings any bells off the very top of my head. Plus, for a Yu-Gi-Oh card to have that much value, you would have had to pull it, like, very much long-term into the game of Yu-Gi-Oh existing. Because cards didn't have that kind of value that early, like, in the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay. Well then, I have to ask... Oh, it's a dumb game. Okay, I was gonna ask what your favorite summoning method is, but... You know, do you have the Astolfo Yu-Gi-Oh card, then? Out of curiosity? Do you have the Yu-Gi-Oh version of Astolfo? Because he does exist. There is an Astolfo Yu-Gi-Oh card, Akabara. You know, it's honestly fairly ambiguous. The Astolfo Yu-Gi-Oh card, it is fairly ambiguous if it is a male or a female. With the facial structure, you know? Trap tricks. Hardy har har, I get ya. Funny, funny. Ooh, close, close. Back off heel. You get... Okay, so you like the... Wait, you like a cute anime girl deck. So then, do you know about the Trick Stars? Honestly, if it's a recent thing, I probably am not big brain enough for it. After all, my brain has a certain capacity for things, and some things like to flow out of it once it reaches capacity. Let's just say that. Excuse me. Focus time. The main reason I like Trick Stars is because I love burning the opponents to death. You know, making them lose their whole hands. Oh, it's so gloriously glorious. Or making them play without a single card in their hand. But I don't think that strat is legal anymore based on ban lists. But that was always fun. Play the right combo of cards and your opponent doesn't have a single card in their opening hand anymore. Usually the games don't progress much beyond that because they tend to just forfeit rather than try and beat that out. Careful. Shit. It's possible. It is very, very possible. Like I said, it's been a while since I've actually played Yu-Gi-Oh! Or rather, bought any cards. The whole lockdown thing, let's just say that my local Walmart, which always stocked trading cards and stuff, now no longer stocks trading cards. Nor does any grocery store in my area seem to stock trading cards anymore. So yeah, ever since all the lockdowns and stuff, I've not been able to purchase them, since buying packs online or buying boxes online is just saying, hey, totally weigh these packs, or hey, totally open and reseal these packs with the cards that I don't want, you know? It is an unfortunate consequence of the modern day and age. I mean, yeah, but it's just not the same, you know? It's just not the same as physically holding the cards in your hands. You miss that connection between the duelists and their cards. Oh, I mean, yeah, but then it's a lot more expensive. Oh, you son of a bitch, Koss, Orphan. Actually, no. He is indeed the son of a bitch. And he then smashes me into his dead mom. Lovely. But yeah, I prefer the random aspect, you know, because I mean, that's not something I need cured. I'll say that much and leave it at that. That is not something I need to be cured of. I'll say that much and leave it at that. And don't worry, that is what the stream is for. Let out the pent-up anger and other such frustrating feelings. You can consider me I'm trying to think. What is a good word? You can consider me a bullet sponge. You can shoot me with as many bullets as you like, and I will not be offended. Friggin' Koss. Friggin' Koss. No. I'm not going to say more on the subject, but I will just say that it is not something I need cured of, and I will leave it at that. Other than the fact that it was with a girl, a female, XX chromosomes. That is all I will confirm. Focus time! You know... You son of a biscuit, Orphan. I don't know why I'm censoring myself. Force of habit, more than anything, I suppose. But, you know, I did used to have, like, fully thought up, scenarios of hoping that, and this is very illogical, that I would somehow, by the age of 20, which would, you know, put me at 2, maybe 3 years into my college career, I would be married and have a kid on the way at the age of 20. I don't know why I had this thought process in my mind when I was a teenager, but I, for some reason, had this thought in my mind that I would be a parent at age 20. You know? I have no idea why I had those kind of dreams. But, suffice to say, I'm kind of glad I'm not a parent at age 20. You know? Because kids be tough, dudes. I definitely would, and especially during schooling, no. If I had a kid at 20, I definitely would not be in a good place financially, just because, you know, school costs a fortune, kids cost a fortune, so unless I got married to some rich girl, essentially, having a kid at age 20 definitely became a fevered dream once the reality that is money sank in. If I were a billionaire, do you think I would not have, at this point, purchased, like, 2,000 follows or something on Twitch? Or, like, 1 million subs on YouTube? I never fully got into medical school. It was the dream to go to medical school. However, student loans needing paying off led to me having to take a part-time job, which led to me having to take out more loans, which made the cost of me having to pay go up significantly, which turned that part-time job on weekends into a part-time job during the weekdays, which made school go from full-time to part-time, which eventually turned from part-time job to full-time job, and part-time school to no-time school. No, I am actually getting my shit together. There is a college nearby that I plan on attempting to enroll in their radiology program next year. The only prerequisites that I have to meet that aren't, like, default from SAT, ACT scores is I need to have, within the past 7 years, taken a chemistry, algebra, and biology course. And, you know, it's been a little bit longer than 7 years for me, so this past year I've had to, I've been taking them one at a time, and all that's left is chemistry, which I will be taking this fall semester, and then I plan on applying to see if I can't get into the radiology program. And, you know, I think I have a pretty good shot at it, considering I've been working in a doctor's office for the past 7 years, and 4 of them I have been, for the past 4 of them I have been licensed to take x-rays. I mean, you know, funnily enough, that is something I said to one of my former coworkers who was a little bit strapped for cash. I said, you know, money is not a question if your morals are loose. Which, you know, it is a fairly true point. Thankfully, I've got good morals. So, you know, I'm strapped for money because I've got good morals. If I had lesser morals, you know, maybe I wouldn't be strapped for cash. But I have morals. And even if I didn't have morals, a lot of the paths, the easy paths to money would be very much not possible for me. Real estate. Is there money to be had in real estate? Oh, I don't hate money. I like money. I really do like money. Money is very nice, you know. This bitch is totally gonna be going to phase 2 soon. And yes, I did. Is there? Oh, shit. Double hit me. He's going phase 2 here. I can feel it. It's gonna happen any second now. See? Phase 2! I called it. See, I totally knew he was going phase 2. Totally knew it. If I totally wasn't gonna keep him locked out of phase 2 if I had landed that backstab there. Fair. Very, very fair. That is an excellent point. There is only so much land after all. But I mean, at that point, why not just become a warlord, you know? Then you can take the land for yourself, distribute the land as you see fit, and charge rent through the nose. I totally said landlord there, not warlord, by the way. Totally meant to say landlord. Being a warlord is, I'm pretty sure, illegal. Pretty sure that's illegal. Then again, you know, the laws in the US of A can be so crazy at times that it would honestly not surprise me if there was a state where being a warlord was legal. It honestly would not surprise me if there's a state where being a warlord is legal. Because there are a lot of weird laws in a lot of states. In fact, I'm pretty sure that there is some city in California that if you detonate a nuclear device in, you can be fined up to $250. Pretty sure. That law might have been repealed by this point, but you know. Fair point. Also, I'm pretty sure there is a law in Ohio, I want to say, that states that you cannot be arrested on the 4th of July. Which is just, like, wild, if that is legit. A political joke. Fun, fun, fun. But not entirely incorrect either. Let's lead him away from the walls here. Lead him away from the water's edge. Florida, I'm sure, has all kinds of shit of weird laws, considering the insanity that is Florida man. Son of a biscuit. Yeah, I know that's a lie. I know that's a lie. I've been fighting Koss for cumulatively probably around an hour and a half at this point. Cumulatively, it's probably been like an hour and a half. Dude, I'm not a complete and total nub. I've watched plenty of people get their asses handed to them by Koss. The Orphan of Koss. So I know that there is only 2 phases. I guess one could say there is technically 3, if you consider the little black shadow that does nothing and takes a single hit to put down a phase, but I don't. You know, when I beat Koss, I will. And only if you swear on Astolfo's hair that nothing will happen if I go in the water. Yeah, you gotta swear on Astolfo's hair. Which means that if something does happen and you have sworn, Astolfo is to be bald. And that is the only way you'll be able to look at Astolfo for the rest of your life, as if he was bald. I'm not hearing you swear on Astolfo's hair, Akabara. I'm not hearing you. Actually, I can't hear you anyways. And if I could hear you, that would be a little bit weird. I think. Spine column stiff. Today was a pretty exhausting day at work too. Heck, it was also pretty disgusting. I can't give exact details, but let me just say that there was a patient today whose wound had been left to fester so much that they had maggots on their wound. Yeah, thankfully there weren't any, as far as I could tell, upon cleaning the room after they were done. But, as wounds tend to do when they are freshly messed with, he seeped through his bandages and left a big puddle of just, like, bodily fluid in our lobby that I had to clean. And by clean, I mean I had to scrub that bitch hard. Ow. Double ow. We work with feet and ankles, man. Feet and ankles. Although, I have actually caught some tumors on x-rays before. There has been the occasion that when taking an x-ray, the doctor has pointed out, yeah, that's a tumor. So those were some interesting times. Thankfully, nothing cancerous, as far as I'm aware. But, you know, I have caught some tumors with my x-rays. And I've seen some pretty gross things. Heck, it was months ago. I think it was last summer. Yeah, it was last summer or last fall. We had a patient come in, and their foot... They had a wound that we've been treating in the past. They hadn't been in for a month or two. We go in, we bring them back. We don't take off their socks or anything, because for the wounds and stuff, the doctor likes to take it off and everything. And probably about 15 minutes later, the doctor calls for a blade handle. And then 5 minutes after that, he comes out with the patient's severed toe. Apparently, their toe was hanging on literally by very small bits of skin. It had been let to get that bad that it pretty much just fell off. Yeah, we don't work that high, man. We don't work that high. Although, I can say that there are a few patients that probably have some pretty massive sticks up their ass. And I mean, like, some super massive sticks up their ass. As in, they do not like the idea of a male in the healthcare field that is not the doctor. And they refuse to be taken back by me. They refuse to have me have anything to do with their treatment, because essentially being a nurse or a physician's assistant should be a woman's job. There's also somebody... I've also been threatened to be punched out as well. Because something that our office does is for diabetic patients. It's a lot better for them to have special diabetic shoe gear, just because it allows more airflow and less likely to develop ulcers. So, this was years back. I do a lot of casting. I think nothing of it. We just pretty much push their feet into some impression foam and then send the foam off. It's, yeah, exactly. It's a male, by the way, that's being sexist. I think he just wants to perv on the female employees, personally, you know? And considering another guy has made comments, it would not surprise me. Anyways, but... So this happened years back, and it wasn't until probably a year or two later that the patient comes back in, having already gotten their shoes, been a year since we treated them, and they come in with, I think, their son or whatever, and the talk turns to diabetic shoe gear again, because that is something that most insurances cover once a year. Well, when the talk comes up, apparently the son says that, yeah, the guy who did that to my mom last time really hurt her, so if he touches her again, I'm gonna punch him, you know? And it's like, I'm told this later, it's like, I'm sorry, what? Because, I mean, I always ask the patient, okay, I'm gonna always tell the patient, all right, I'm gonna push down a little bit of pressure. If it starts to hurt, just say something. And a couple people have said it starts to hurt, and I sort of stop and I have them do the impression themselves. The person in particular that supposedly had this complaint and didn't say anything until a year later said nothing. And it's not like just looking perving, it's like making comments or remarks. One patient in particular, a service that we offer, and something that I hope will help me out later on, is we can massage lotion into your feet after you've had your, like, toenails or your calluses shaved down, you know. it's, you know, to help alleviate any dryness or that kind of stuff. So they usually are sitting in a reclining doctor's chair while we do this. This particular patient comes in with his wife. They switch chairs on their own, so we can't even sterilize the chair. So he's sitting in a side chair, and he has one of my female coworkers rub lotion on his feet. Her head is at his crotch level, and he is a bigger guy, and he makes a comment, and she, yeah, suffice to say, that did not go so well for that. And that's all I'll say about that matter. But yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. I can't really do anything like that. Mainly because I'm pretty sure that's illegal for me to try and perv on any patients or anything. Plus, I mean, the kind of patients, I will say this much, and I've said this before, I'm pretty sure, but if you have a thing for feet, do not go into the field of foot care, because you will lose your thing for feet. Because feet are fucking disgusting. They are gross beyond all compare. Man. I mean, very technically, I think you could. Very technically, but I'm not a lawyer, so do not take my word for law. Hell no. I have no idea how I lived, by the way. But that should be a pretty self-explanatory thing, considering Melt is the number 2 waifu, you know. Melt is number 2, and she is kind of lacking in the feet department. She's got some thighs, though, and that ass, whoo, that ass. Fuck. No, she doesn't. She has long legs, but no feet. No feet on the Melt. She has some spiky knees, too. Some extra spiky knees. Neck. I am at least getting somewhat consistently to phase 2. I do know that you can supposedly prevent him from ever reaching phase 2 if you do everything just right. And by do everything just right, you would have to essentially keep him in a backlock stun, but I doubt I lack that capability. You know, I'm sure that there are some people that would be into that. I am not. You know? Oh, I barely got that backstab. Shit. Shorts. That has a bigger radius than I thought. Also, I just realized his placenta bubbles when he goes into phase 2. That's a lovely image. A lovely, lovely image. Also, all this Fate talk has made me remember I need to log on to FGO today. I need to claim that there login bonus. Oh, I've tried. Trust me, I tried. I did significantly less damage with the Zappy Zap sword. I already tried, man. Heck, that's the first attempt I made this stream, was going in with my sword being Zappity Zap Zap. Also, have I already run through over 100 freaking vials? I just realized I only have 19. I think I've run through over 100 vials. Fine. You want me to go in the water? I'll go in the water. What am I supposed to be seeing? Also, I just noticed the there's news. Battle in New York pre-release. So we're likely getting the Battle in New York sometime next week. Lovely. I need to replenish on my vials a little bit. I wouldn't say I never trust you. I wouldn't say I never trust you, Akabara. It's just, you know, you embody Astolfo in that you are a trickster. So, I have tried fire paper, but I don't have gems to make my blade a fire blade. And fire did not really do much better than base. But I suppose I can fight him in the water a couple times here. I'm at full vials. I'm a little bit less than full health, but it is what it is, what it is. Dude, Astolfo is a trap. He tricks people all the time. You know? You're always right, huh? In that case, what are the winning Mega Millions numbers? If you're always right, then whatever you say as the numbers will be the winning Mega Millions numbers. for this week. Oh, Jeff, oh, Jeff. Like 5 or 6, I think. Okay. I'm trying to think. What is another way Astolfo tricked people? He tricked his OG master into getting killed in Fate Apocrypha, I think, if my memory serves. There can't be repeat numbers! Oh my god. Saw this coming. Crunched. I honestly didn't remember. Completely honest, I felt like Mordred killed Astolfo's original master, but I couldn't remember if that was just like me hallucinate or me like. I couldn't remember why I thought Mordred killed Astolfo's original master, but it was just like something in my mind just of a picture of Mordred just backhanded beheading somebody just popped up into my mind. You know? And I couldn't remember if that was Astolfo's OG master she just sort of backhand decapitated or what. So thank you for clarifying that. Thank you for clarifying that I am not insane and I do remember things. Sometimes. You have clarified my sanity, Akabara. I am grateful. I'm grateful for my sanity being clarified. Do I what? Shorts. Whoopsie. I can't believe I just fell to my death. I am so good at this game. I intended to do that. How many other people can say that they intentionally fell and knocked one of those slug people off their perch? Not very many, I'm sure. Not very many, I am sure. What, these fish or the ledge? Good frickin' gracious. What is wrong with me? Oof. What is wrong with me today, man? I'm dropping the ball hard. Excuse me. I can definitely see Gravity as being one of the toughest bosses in existence. I think it's just that you've not been here in so long that I've forgotten what it's like to bask in your presence. So, yeah, that has to be it. Your sheer presence is something I have not been used to in a while, you know? Although, to be fair, I have gotten farther on cost than I ever have with you here, too. So your presence is also a boon. I'm just fluctuating between how well I've adapted to your presence. No, you just have this commanding aura about you. You know? You have a commanding aura about you that just cows others with your sheer intimidation. I have not reached any goals with regards to that, and it has never been that, by the way. Heck, that has sort of dropped to the wayside. Although, the thing does still stand, 100 subs, and I will do an Astolfo cosplay. That is something that is still firmly possible to happen. No, it was just a nurse. And the goals to accomplish such have never successfully been reached. The goals to accomplish such have never been successfully reached. I mean, it's at 100 subs, you know, so that's not likely to happen unless, you know, I get a raid of 1,000 people or something and just a bunch of subs just start pouring in from there. That's the only time that is likely going to happen. So it's probably not going to be for a while. A very, very long while at that. That fishman did a backflip through thing. I'm sure I could. I have actually been losing weight. I think the issue would be the height issue, because I'm pretty sure I am shorter than Astolfo. I have been... One of the benefits of me having to bust my ass to keep up with the extra workload is that I have been losing a couple of pounds. That, and I have found an effective way to start training myself so I can actually do push-ups properly as well. So it's a gradual thing, but it's getting there. It is a gradual thing, but it is getting there. How tall is Astolfo anyways? How tall is the fit version of Astolfo, rather? .164 centimeters. 164 cm in feet. Whoa, wait. I'm actually as tall as Astolfo. Huh. I am as tall as Astolfo. What about weight? I am heavier than Astolfo by about 40 or 50 pounds. I can't remember the last time I checked my weight. Yes, I am 5'3", 5'4". I'm in that range. I didn't realize Astolfo was so short. He's probably one of the shorter male servants, actually. Who would have guessed it? But yes, being vertically challenged is something I am well aware of. And unfortunately, there's not much I can do about it. The opportunity for me to get growth steroids has long since passed. What about all of his muscles? Because everybody knows muscles weigh more than fat. I honestly wish I was a little bit taller. I honestly do. True. There is no advisable medical way to get shorter. I'm gonna just die here. I used too many vials too quickly there. How tall are you? Answer that and I might be able to give... I might want to trade heights. I'm not gonna say yes until I know how tall you are. Because you could just be something like 4'10" for all I know. I'm sure there are many non-advisable ways. The most advisable way to get shorter is to grow old, as you tend to shrink a couple of inches in old age. 5'8"? I could like being 5'8". Yeah, I could like being 5'8". Tell you, if you manage to talk to somebody magical in nature into switching heights, you can switch heights with me, Akabara. I gotta focus. Some dangerous or stupid ways to lose height. Hey, Draconic. Welcome to the stream. Hobby things. Nope, you can't really remove any bones to lose height. you could start hunching yourself over, and that will gradually curve your spine and thus make you shorter. But then you would have a lot of back pain, and that would not be fun. Back pain is one of the worst kinds of pain there be. That's good to hear. Relaxing is always nice. I really gotta stop trying for these back stabs when I know that I don't have a good shot at them. You know what? I'm gonna try going in on the Maria on the Orphan here. I'm pretty sure I'm facing the water monster. Damn. I don't know, was that better or worse? It's hard to tell. And I am not a girl. Definitely not a girl. Okay, we still have 20 vials. Forgot to send the elevator back up. No, I'm not. Completely and totally honestly, I'm actually not. I've got a bony ass. Just saying. Because it hurts to do sit-ups. The scar from having that cyst removed does not help, but you know. I actually think I am hitting harder in this thing. I need to test this. Damage check. $331. The frick? Son of a biscuit. I know, like, sit-ups are something that I can actually do a fair bit of sit-ups, but the surgical scar being like on my tailbone just makes sit-ups a freaking pain to do. But I can bust out a lot of sit-ups, you know, in a short bit of time. In the water, the mighty water, the cost slayer sleeps tonight. Wrong button press. Interesting. Hey, J6. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Howdy things, howdy things. Terrible is clearly not good. Damn it! I gotta remember to hold off on dashing when he does that attack. Messed up lunch and had a bad dinner. I'm proud of you, though. You're eating lunch again. Damn it! We lasted a lot longer. I feel like that was one of the longer COS attempts. I feel like that was one of my longer attempts at COS. Still have vials. Keep going. Oh, and by the way, J6, I do think I might have figured out how to get the proximity chat to work, by the by. I do think I have figured it out. In theory, I just need to figure out how to open a new port on the server. Because that's something I'm not familiar with. What's up? Thou hast said my name, let your voice be heard. Response time may or may not vary depending on if I'm in the middle of the fight. I'm gonna let him kill me if this is a poor attempt. You've already posted... You already showed me that you had that last time, J6. Heck, you made that clip and showed me that you made it, like, almost immediately after I did it. And you got your revenge. You proved that you were better at Minecraft PvP than I am. Many times over. Many times over, you've proven you kick my ass at Minecraft PvP. I know. I know he does. And I'm gonna let him. I will let him hold this grudge over me for as long as he sees fit. Come on, COS. Orphan boy. Into the water, big boy. Called this thing wrong. You recently made an FGO waifu tier list. I'm guessing Shiki is in her own tier. I gotta call the timing better for that. I really have to call the timing better for that attack. I think I gotta go back to the one-handed style. This is doing okay fast damage, but now that I'm doing it this way, I'm seeing so many backstab opportunities, man. Backstab opportunities. Surprise, surprise, Shiki is in her own tier. You like the person that tried to kill Shiki as well. Interesting. You usually don't get that. Usually the ones that try to kill your waifus tend to... Oh, she didn't? I could have swore I saw a clip where she tried to. Oh, until... Okay. I mean, you know, I suppose all is fair in that instance. I totally did the wrong attack combo there. Come on, Orphan boy. Screw you, Orphan boy. Using cheap shots like exploding balls of flesh. Ow. That was my elbow. Melt is a... There's a lot of things that could finish that sentence, J6. You could finish that sentence with a lot of things. Oh, A tier. Gotcha. Fair, fair, fair. Ooh. Neck crackle pop. For me, Kiyohime and Banana Oni are both in the children category, so yeah. I hate that attack. Ow. Kill me. B for Jolter, 0 opinion. B for Tammy, 0 opinion, 0 opinion. I don't know. I would say Shuten's... Actually, Shuten is with Kentucky, so you know. And if there was any kind of things for Shuten, they definitely went away after she played with our guts in the Shimosa Epic of Remnant. Because that was one of the freakiest scenes in all of FGO, I'm not afraid to say. That is by far one of the freakiest scenes in all of FGO, was Shuten literally playing with our guts. You have a literal Screw Artoria section. Are all the Saba faces in there? Out of curiosity? I wouldn't say Okita's a Saba face. Personally. I just don't see it. I can look at Okita and see distinctly different facial features compared to Saba. Also, I really should be focusing a little bit more on this fight. Full health. What about Malter? Out of curiosity. Where does Malter fall in line? Okay, yes, Orphan Boy. We get it. You got the jumps. Poor little Orphan Boy. What about MIXA? Where does MIXA fall? Out of curiosity. Mysterious Idol X Alter. Although, personally, I would have rather preferred a summer variant. Though, if we get MHXXA summer version, I would be perfectly fine with that, too. Speaking of which, it has to be coming soon with JP, right? Their summer event tends to be, like, early September, I want to say. So we should hopefully be getting more indications as their summer servants this year soon. After all, we already know Da Vinci-chan is the welfare, and that Achilles is one of the male costumes. So I'm guessing that Penth is probably going to be a servant. Hector actually might be another male. I could see them throwing Achilles and Hector in. Penth. Trying to think, who else? Who else do the Achilles Hector have connections with amongst the female servants? Yeah, Paris wouldn't get a swimsuit variant then. If the trap servants got swimsuit variants, you can bet good money that Astolfo would have long since had a swimsuit variant. Shit. I was trying to get another jump triggered. But instead I triggered phase 2. Also, I just realized I am doing much less damage now. Shit. Oh, he still can yo-yo. He can still yo-yo with his thing. But I was doing less damage. I wonder, does phase 2 have different weaknesses? Ooh, if phase 2 had different weaknesses, that could be big. However, I'm low on vials again. Son of a biscuit. With this in mind, I only have one fire. We'll have to see about making some more. I feel like I'm getting closer to beating Kos, but it's still a fair bit away, I fear. I might have to be calling it quits on this day's worth of attempts here soon. I predicted that Kos would probably take me the longest to kick the butt of out of all the Soulsborne bosses. I think I predicted that out loud. I might have just predicted it in my head, though. Might have just all been in my head that I predicted that. But yeah. I definitely can see Kos taking me another stream, maybe 2. I mean, after all, O&S took me like 2 full streams worth of content to beat down. That, and my energy, honestly, today is a little bit on the lower side, just because it's just been such a long fucking day. So, I think I might gather the vials that I will be able to afford from all this. And I might be calling the stream here soon. I think I've figured out what's... So there were 2 issues, apparently, with regards to the proxy chat. One of them I've resolved, and it should help out when I get the other one solved, but the 2 issues were that, first, the proxy chat wasn't linked to the server's proper IP, I guess. So I took care of that problem. That one was an easy fix. I just had to go into the config files and switch some numbers around. The main issue is that I have to somehow open up a port for the proximity chat into the server. And I have little to no idea of how to do that. And most guides for this specific mod tend to not use MC Pro hosting. Heck, there was an Eternus server version guide of how to do it, but there's not one for MC Pro hosting, so I really don't know. I'm gonna do some more research into it, but I will be trying to get proximity to work. I am low on blood echoes, but I'm fine durability-wise. I'll just have to keep that in mind. Wait, no, I forgot. I still have stuff I need to do there. I'm dumb. But yeah, hopefully I can get proximity chat working by next stream. And if I can get proximity chat working by Wednesday, then I can start to work on integrating the Twilight Forest. Because that was another one of the mods that was in the update, but, you know, can't really do it. By the way, Draconic, out of curiosity, is there any particular Minecraft mod that you might want to see added to the server? And let's purchase 10 bolt paper and 9 fire. Just see if these do anything, if we can make it to phase 2 easily. Let's start with flame. Power of the flame compels you. We're also going to sell some of these bolt gems for a little bit of extra souls on the side, if you know what I'm saying. I don't think it works like that, unfortunately. Although, to be honest, I'm surprised he hasn't gone with, I'm surprised he's following Wobbuffet in the path that he's going, and that he didn't branch off on his own to pursue blood magic. Because blood magic is definitely something I could see him pursuing, you know? Alright, we're gonna go for a couple more tries here. And, yeah. He has no idea what's going on. I mean, you know, it takes some time to learn. It does take some time to learn things. By the way, Akabara, if you are still here, would you might be interested in Minecraft server, mayhaps? Completely forgot to invite you earlier, but my brain is running a fair bit slower today, so... Or rather, this afternoon. Just because of the anticipated dread. Oh, by the way, there is not, just in case you didn't hear before, there is not going to be a stream tomorrow. I am pretty much going to be on my own with regards to patient care tomorrow. And I have about 70 patients I'm going to have to take care of over the course of the day. So, suffice to say, I'm probably going to be drop-dead tired after work tomorrow. And will not have the energy to stream. So, yeah. Just a warning. I'm not going to update the stream. I should probably update the stream time thing just to be safe. So that there's no misconceptions. But yeah, no stream tomorrow. Wednesday is going to be Minecraft, and Friday will be Fate, where hopefully I can get some interleads done, because I have been massively slacking in getting those. Heal. No. Backstab. Alright, how's fire? Come on, Koss. How do you like the flames? A little bit higher. Okay, so he does take a little bit of extra damage from fire in this phase. And then he kills me. I didn't get much damage done. Lightning is probably not going to do increased damage, but I'm going to try it anyways. You know? And actually, you know, I could try that strat too. If lightning does do increased damage, I could. Start off by putting on the Volt paper. And attempt number God knows how many against Koss. I should probably actually count how many attempts I've had against him. You know? When all is said and done. Part of me wants to make a compilation of all my deaths against him as well, but that might be, you know, too done. I feel like a lot of people have done that, you know? Run to the water, run to the sea. So that Koss's orphan can fight me. Damn it, I thought I had interrupted him. And then I thought I was dead. Thank you for using that attack, Koss, Orphan. Did not mean to recover those echoes. Way too far away to effectively backstab. Lightning does increase damage. Okay. So, lightning definitely did an increased damage, so he loses lightning resistance on that phase. I doubt I'll make it to phase 2 again. I probably don't even have vials enough. Yeah, I don't have vials enough. But I do have an idea. I do have a plan. A plan. But the plan will have to work in the next stream because I'm just don't have the energy right now. My brain is just like running on fumes at this point, and I think I'm gonna call today's stream here. Like I said, tomorrow not gonna be a stream. Wednesday we'll be going into Minecraft. Hopefully I'll have proximity chat working. And Friday will be Minecraft, or Friday will be Fate. So then next week, hopefully we'll take down Koss. I will probably be farming up vials in the meantime, so I don't have to keep farming them. But yeah, that's the future. Guess what you're doing right now? Are you going through another route in that visual novel? Perhaps? J6? Is that what you might be doing? But yes, thank you guys so much for coming out. I do hope you enjoyed today's stream. If you did, I want to make sure you know when I go live. Be sure to drop me a follow here, so that you always are aware. And if you want to support me some more, you can drop me a like if you're watching this on YouTube, and a sub on YouTube as well would be greatly appreciated. And if you're watching this on Twitch and you want to sub here as well, feel free if you've got the spare cash. If you don't have the spare cash, then please don't, please don't. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. I do hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody. And where's the... No. There it is. Wave.